You continue to work with the key findings section of the executive summary, in which you modify tables illustrating the university's economic contribution. You include formulas to draw attention to economic statistics, and you improve the appearance of each table by adding attractive borders and shading. Sorting table data ensures an effective presentation of table data, and captions inform the reader of the purpose of each table. You insert another row at the bottom of Table 1 and identify it as a total row. It will summarize total monetary values in the last column. Tables are often used to summarize numeric data, a task that can involve creating formulas or functions. A function simplifies such calculations as totaling or averaging table data. You include a sum function to total all values in the last column of Table 1, resulting in a total economic impact figure. You format the result to include a comma where appropriate. A new column provides space to show the percentage each category represents of the total economic impact value. You must develop a formula to show each percentage. A formula refers to table data by location or cell address. Columns are identified by letters, with rows identified by numbers. The top left cell in a table, for example, is considered cell A1, first column, first row. The next cell on the same row is cell B1. The formula to determine percentage for colleges and universities divides the value in the cell to the left, cell D3, by the total value of economic impact in the last row of the table, cell D8. The result is multiplied by 100 to convert it to a percentage. The format you choose displays the result with a percent sign and 2 decimal places to the right of the decimal. You repeat the percentage formula, adjusting the first cell reference to D4, which is the location of the private hospital's economic impact value. The number format retains the same appearance as what you selected for the preceding row's percentage formula. Although the formula for each row is similar, each formula is adjusted to refer to the particular economic impact value for the current category. When you change the contents of a cell referred to by a formula, the formula results are not automatically updated. The formula referred to is the total in the last row. To update the results, right-click the cell in which the formula resides and click Update Field to modify the results shown by the formula. Changing the economic impact value of real estate companies requires you to update both the total at the end of the column as well as each percentage value in the last column so that formula results reflect the change. You want to present dollar amounts in Table 1 in descending order. That way, it will be easier to identify in which areas the university has the most impact. The first thing you must do is select only those rows that will be sorted. You select all rows except the header row and the total row. You sort the 5 rows containing a sector name in descending order by the value in the 4th column, which is economic impact. It is clear that the sector most affected is colleges and universities. In Table 2, you sort the 3 rows containing a source in ascending order alphabetically. Alphabetizing major categories is typical of business documents, creating a sense of order and professionalism. You insert text from another document that is appropriate for the key findings section. In so doing, you avoid retyping text, simplifying the task of finalizing the executive summary. After inserting the text, you find that the key findings section now spans 2 pages, with Table 2 split between pages. The 2 header rows of Table 2 are on one page, with several of the remaining rows on the next page. Without column headings, the rows of Table 2 that are shown on the last page are not clearly identified. You choose to repeat the first 2 header rows of Table 2 so they show above the remaining rows on the last page. Even with repeating header rows, you determine that the way Table 2 is divided between pages 5 and 6 is very unattractive, so you click Undo to reverse the last adjustment, effectively removing the repeating rows. Then you press Ctrl-Enter to insert a manual page break, forcing Table 2 onto another page. A border is a line style you can apply to individual cells, an entire table, or to selected areas within a table. The Table Tools Design tab includes several options related to borders, enabling you to select a line style and identify an area to apply it to. You select a border style and apply it to all borders in Table 2. Shading is a color or pattern applied to the background of one or more cells. You might shade a selection to draw attention to text or simply to add visual interest. You can select a tint from a palette of colors, or you can apply a custom color. Border Painter is a tool that enables you to apply border settings that are already present to one or more table borders. When you select a border style, pen color, or other border setting, the pointer displays as an ink pen so that you can simply brush or paint the setting along a border or table grid line. Press Escape to turn off Border Painter after use. The height of the first two rows in Table 2, containing the table title and column headings, is increased slightly. You use Border Painter to paint the currently selected yellow border on the grid lines dividing rows and columns in Table 1. You select a border style and apply it to the outside borders of the selected table. You apply varying shades of the same color to the header row and to all other rows in Table 1. In so doing, you set the header row apart from the following rows, clarifying column headings in the first row. Color also adds visual appeal, brightening an otherwise mundane table. You decide a more conservative format would be better for the intended audience, so you use the Borders and Shading dialog box to apply a purple border between all cells. A caption is text that can be positioned above or below a selected object, assigning a figure or table number to the selected object, and providing a short description if you like. You place a caption below each table, numbering each table, and providing a quick summary of contents. Each caption is formatted according to a built-in caption style. You modify the caption style to show a larger font in a color that matches the color scheme of tables in the document. You insert columned text at the end of the document, with each column separated by a tab. Text that is organized in columns separated by tabs can be converted into a word table. A table style adds color and formatting to a selected table. The table is numbered as the third table, with a caption that displays in the purple font you identified when you modified the caption style earlier. You include text to introduce Table 3. It is always a good idea to check spelling before completing a document.